That's right. That's right. They wanna know who's the role model. It's in the brown bottle.
Facing life or death, I was a thug ever since my mama gave me breath. So who am I to try to warn them? A fucking bomb, I'm the niggas fire. Damn that Hennessy. Damn that Hennessy. Y'all don't hear me? Now that it's poppin', ain't no love, bitch. I maintain in the game.
Osio, Halito, Alafia. What up, everybody? This video is dedicated to the code of ethics for women and the Amaru energy of TupacAmaru Shakur, and my take on the movie, the spiritual essence of Tupac and the Amarus and those that came before him, like the Olmec, Quetzalcoatls, the Khans, the Ka, the spirit, the spiritual revolutionary warriors. They were balanced. They had the spiritual, the mental, and the physical mastered. So he flows in that spirit. He was named that for a reason. So I'm going to touch on that and a code of ethics for women, Wombmen, the goddesses. What we can do on the spiritual, mental, and physical revolutionary side, that side, okay? What we can do, what we can contribute to the struggle, okay, the battle, all of that. So I'm gonna break that down. I have a setup. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday, first and foremost, my princess. I'm trying to leave a legacy for her. Okay, and it was TupacAmaru Shakur's birthday. They both had the same birthday, that Gemini energy, June 16th. So yesterday, y'all know the All Eyes on Me came out. I went to go see it because I'm a Tupac supporter. All of that. He is the greatest of all time to me, lyrically, and just what he stood for, revolutionary, but thug. The G is in there. He was an activist. He was a poet. He was a philosopher. He was a spitter. You know, he was a lyricist. He gave us content of substance. He gave us the diagnosis, the treatment, and the cure. This is also going to be called, in parentheses, Amaru medicine. He was a medicine messenger. Okay, he gave us the raw, the poison. He gave us a visual image of the poison. He just reported, he mirrored. He was like a Heyoka or a Messiah type energy. Okay, so he came in and mimicked what was going on in our community, our struggles, our wars, our battles, you know, our emotional state, how fucked up it is, and what could be done to fix it. He infused that in his music medicine because we took that into our ear gate, our spiritual soul, that melanin that connects us, that melanin richness that connects us, just helped us just tune in. I got a lot of messages for the songs that he did for women, about women, okay? Strong women. So I'm going to show you the setup and I'm going to break that down. Okay, we have the Black Madonna here, okay? The Hail Mary song, okay? The truth behind the Hail Mary is like esoteric. It's the inner truth that's hidden, and he gave you exoteric or external visual for Hail Mary. Hail Mary is about the black Wombman. Okay, even though he got the thug shit mixed in there, but there is a message. Anybody that flows with Tupac, they know there is a message. Okay, something in plain sight and raw, subliminal messages, but raw in your face, hidden in plain sight. But we have the Black Madonna, which represents the black Wombman, the cosmic womb that birthed forth man. Okay, the melanin richness, the dark black hole, and that representation in the spiritual realm, in the cosmos, and as a physical black womb man, because we carry the wombs that birth forth nations. Okay, that birth forth nations. So we have that, and we have some water to pour libations. I did pour libations. That's pouring water into the earth or a plant in your home to represent our ancestors, that we came from the earth. We are made up of that same makeup and the cosmic things. Okay, so we pour water into the earth. Okay, and that's a skull to represent our ancestors, our lost loved ones, and Tupac is our lost loved one. We won't say lost because, you know, in the physical, we don't see his physical, but spiritually, that essence is with us. Okay, so we have that water for that. We have a white candle here to light for Tupac. That Amaru, that Khan, that like Zulu type spiritual warrior revolutionary, but the G spirit. Okay, that we show love for them, we appreciate them, we show a peaceful nature to them, we're thankful to them. Okay, so I have the sweet grass, promotes positive energy. Okay, along with the sage cedar mix. This is sage, cedar, and sweetgrass. One of the three elements that's in ceremony. So I have that set up, you know, for our ancestors that came before us, the revolutionaries, the spiritualists, the ones who taught us balance, the warriors, and the inner peace type ancestors, spiritual, mental, physical. Okay, all right. So I got some books that I had came across in my library. Okay, The Serpents of Wisdom. Okay, Tupac had evolved. We saw the changes in his life. Okay, so each time he went to another level, he shed that skin. Like the serpent represents regeneration, resurrection, rebirth. Okay, all right, and the Thunderbird. Okay, the return of the Thunderbirds is in there. Okay, return of the Thunderbirds. All right, that's for the Thunder Beings. Okay, I feel that he tapped in to that also. This incense is messing with me a little bit, but I got some sandalwood in the background. That serpent energy, that Ka, that spirit that is like activating, working with the melanin in us and taking us to that next level, to flights, because you have the serpent, which is on the earth, the serpent and the jaguar and the panther. I have the Black Panther Party shirt with the ladies, the Wombman energy, the goddess energy. And so you have the serpent on the earth level, okay, and the jaguar. There was always a serpent or a dragon, okay, and then there was a jaguar, a lion, a leopard. Okay, a jaguar could be the golden jaguar or the Midnight Jaguar, which is the Black Jaguar, the Black Panther. Okay, there were panther tribes all throughout the Amaru, where we get the Amarus, Americas, and in OUTLAW, Africa. They had the leopard tribes. They wore the leopard, the lion skins. They had the jaguar teeth, like I have bear claws to represent bear medicine, but they had these items to represent the serpent, the dragon, or the snake, and then the jaguar, the leopard, the Black Panther, okay, the lion, okay, that represented us on the earth realm, our divinity on the earth realm. Because when they saw these animals, how they maneuvered and were in harmony with the land, nature, with the earth, but they were fierce. They could be fierce warriors, predators. That's what they call them, predators. But that realm, okay? And so Tupac brought us to our revolutionary but thug divinity on that Black Panther, Midnight Jaguar level, okay? And then you have the taking flight, the next level. That's why I was speaking on the return of the thunder beings, that thunderbird spirit that's representative of divine great spirit, an aspect like the eagle or the hawk, the falcon, the condor. These were animals that could fly the highest, and they could have basically direct communication with great spirit. So taking flight, that's the next level, the spiritual realm. Okay, the Toltec oracle that delves into the ancient she people, the Xi Olmec, the Amarus, the Olmec Quetzalcoatls. Okay, Tupac is named after TupacAmaru. Do research on that. Okay, so that book kind of flows with that, and then we have the Egyptian Book of the Dead, that ancient Nubian Kemet with the pharaohs and the Netters, Netterus, the Papu, that's for the Americas. So we have Agbulan, and then we have the Amarus, the America. Okay, the Papu, and the medicine cards, because of the animal spirit medicine that comes to play with Tupac's upbringing with the Black Panther type thing. And this was the Black Madonna to go with the Hail Mary song, which is talking about the Black woman, the goddess, the Mary, the word Mary, you break it up. Ma is my mother, okay, and Ma'at. I have a Ma'at here. You see her with the feather in her hair, feather for truth. That's truth, balance, justice, morality. That's what Ma'at stands for. It's one of my namesakes. So these books deal with that, with the Hail Mary song. The Ma is for Ma'at, Ma for mother, and Mary. Re is Re, Ra, the sun. That's the divine masculine energy, the God. And then you have Ma'at, the goddess. That's like the first form, okay, before you would say, okay, they have Nut in the sky, the cosmic womb. Then you have Aset, but Ma'at is truth, balance, justice, universal law, like the beginning, the 0 point. Okay, so I just had to share that with y'all right quick. That raven in the background is also flowing with the Heru, the thunder beams type energy, the falcon, and then we have the raven. The raven and Ma'at both represent balance, universal law, truth, balance, justice, basically divine great spirit, that point this It's really no beginning, no end, just eternal, infinite. So the Tupac thing, and I wanted to read the code of ethics for the goddesses, the women, the Wombmen, because we have the mighty womb, the portal of life, where we birth the nations. What can we do to birth forth nations of spiritually, mentally, and physically productive, successful, flowing in their divinity, leaving legacy for the future generations type seeds? What can we do to raise a nation? Okay, we birth nations, yes we do, but what can we do to raise the nations? Okay, so and then I'll go back to Tupac and his lyricism and the songs. I just have 3 songs, basically, well, 4 songs that break down his apologies to us and how he tried to fix it, and just get back on task and give us, basically instructions, the diagnosis, the treatment, the cures, what we can do as Wombman, black woman. Okay, so that was 4 songs, so I'll go back to that. Okay, the code of ethics for us goddesses. Okay, Wombman. Okay, empresses, queens. Okay, ladies. Okay, we must say this. This is the declaration. This is, I embody and apply revolutionary spirit of the great goddesses before me. I embody and apply the revolutionary spirit of the great goddesses that came before me, the ancient ones. I raise spiritually, mentally, and physically sound nations, seeds, okay, to grow and nurture and manifest. I build, I encourage, I uplift and support our black, melanin-rich, copper-colored man, okay? The black gods, okay? The fathers of our children, and the Wombman and the goddesses, okay? We are the resurrection of our ancestors. We must form divine partnerships to continue to raise nations, uplift our men, build and not destroy. We will continue this as mothers, wives, oracles, teachers, counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists, sociologists, warriors for our seeds, as we birth nations, raise nations, and support and build and uplift our men. It is so. Now I step into my moccasins. I slip on my stilettos. I slip on my chucks, my shoes, and I walk it out daily. I am the resurrection of my ancestors, and reparations are due. This is for our youth, the future. We leave them a great legacy with instructions for the diagnosis, the treatments, the cures, so that they too can apply these tactics. Ashe, ayo. Okay, that's just a snippet of the code of ethics for the Wombman, the goddesses. What we can do to help in the revolution, in the struggle, beside our men, beside them. Together, divine partnerships that promote balance. Okay? We must flow in our divinity and walk it out spiritually, mentally, physically. Okay? Our involution, what we do to help us on the inside, will mirror in our evolution. Okay? So, revolution, ashe, ayo. All right. So now I'm going to speak on the songs that Tupac did for the women. This is why I love Tupac. He is the greatest of all time. I have top 5, top 10 lists. I'll go over it in another video, but Tupac is number 1 on the greatest of all time, top 10, top 5, okay, lyricist, because he was more than that. A lyricist, a poet, an activist, okay? He loved Wombman, okay? He had many layers to him, okay? He just showed us his evolution, okay? He mirrored things. Okay, so, all right. I spoke on that, what Tupac did in his songs. He gave us a diagnosis. He reported things that were going on, our struggle, everything. He gave encouragement. Okay. Diagnosis, treatment, cures. Okay. He also dealt with facts, truth, philosophy, tactics. Okay. He came up with the Thug Code of Ethics. Google it. Search it on Facebook. Okay. He was about, he was brought up with the Black Panther tribe. Okay. They instilled revolutionary, using your brain, that type thing. So, he had these songs for women, okay? Brenda's Got a Baby. Brenda's Got a Baby. That was about what happens, molestation, rape, things of that nature, that were passed on, during the slavery when they enslaved Negroes and other slaves. The Negroes and other slaves included the American Negro, Indian tribes also. So, they were subjected to the pale man, pink man, slave master, having anal sex with the men and forcing them to do horrific things. So some of that spilled over, okay? So the victims of, what happened. So Brenda's Got a Baby tapped into that, and just encouragement for the young mothers and young girls that have been through molestation and rape and things of that nature. Brenda's Got a Baby was the raw, gritty truth about that, and encouragement. So that was one of the songs, one of the 4 songs that I'm going over about how Tupac dealt with Wombman, the goddesses, on his tracks, on his albums, in his lyrics, in his poetry, in his philosophy, in his words, in his quotes. But I'm breaking down just the 4 songs. So Brenda's Got a Baby. All right. The next one was Keep Your Head Up. Keep Your Head Up. That was for just the young goddesses and goddesses everywhere. Encouragement to keep our head up. Okay? He said we came from a woman. Got our name from a woman. We got our game from a woman. Okay? These are things that Tupac wanted to, just like in the midst of us struggling and partying and kicking in and trying to have all this materialistic shit, he's just bringing us back. Like, you know, these are the things that matter. Okay, women, it was encouragement for us to keep our head up. All that we go through. Keep your head up. You know the intense effect that song had, especially on me. All right. Then you have Dear Mama. That's to the matriarchs, the mothers, the wombs that birthed us forth, that birthed forth the nations, that raised the nations. Dear Mama was for that. That's my mama's favorite Tupac song. That's her ringtone on my phone. Okay, Dear Mama tapped into that. Honoring your mother, honoring our ancestors, the matriarchs that paved the way for us, birthed us forth, raised us, the first teachers, all of that. The first oracles, teachers, warriors, counselors, all of that. Divine partnerships. All right. So, Dear Mama taps into that Ma'at energy, okay? The mother, okay? The elder, the ancestors. And then White Man's World. White Man's World, that song just, it's a profound song to me. It's one of my very favorite Tupac songs. He just asked that we basically, you know, to bear with them because they are under attack. Our revolutionary men, our thugs, our hustlers, our gangsters, our all of that that's in the hoods, in the inner city, on Wall Street, in the business realm, in the service, our men are under attack. And he's saying, bear with them, because he knows they have fucked up. They have uplifted us, and they have tried to fuck us over. So he's apologizing for that, and I respect him, and I appreciate Tupac for making songs like this, like these that I'm mentioning, because we need that. We need that from y'all. You know, we need the apology and then you applying and flowing in, okay, what you said you apologized for, okay, that means you going to the next level. You done learned your lesson from that last level, that last shit. Now you want to transcend, you want to ascend to the next level, okay? And all you got to do, men, is encourage us, apologize. When you did something wrong, make it right. Actually act it out. So to me, this was Tupac's way of doing that and encouraging men to do the same. Let's honor and reverence and respect true sisters. He said, apologies to my true sisters, far from bitches. Far from bitches, okay? He said, my true sisters, okay? That's profound to me because he's letting us know, yeah, he done fucked up and saying bitches and hoes and all of that. But he's saying that the true sisters, that means we need to step into our shoes of being true to our divinity and acting in that way instead of other behaviors that are not good for us, our babies, or our men. Okay? So, the white man's world, he was just saying, being a black woman, a melanated, rich, copper-colored woman in this white man's world, which is really the pale man, pink man's world. Okay, white and the definitions, it goes deeper than that. If you want to research the meaning of white, the law dictionary, all of that. But in this white man's world, that song is one of my very favorite Tupac songs. So check that out, play it. Okay, so that was like 4 levels of him ascending and speaking to the women, because in the hip-hop industry, the bullshit that's being played on the radio now, back in the day, it was about consciousness, lyrics of content, of substance, speaking a message. And Tupac was a messenger. He had that messenger and that Heru energy, that Heru, that Krst, that Messiah type energy. I compared it to the Amarus, the Olmec Quetzalcoatls, the Kukulkans, the Zulus, the greats that were spiritually, mentally, and physically sound. And so the revolutionary of Tupac, the activist, the encourager, he was on, he gave some for the hustlers, the G's, the thugs, the revolutionary, that strong core, and for the goddesses, the Wombmen, the divine women. He had something for us too. So I appreciate Tupac and I salute him, and I did pour libations for him. And his movie came out. Now, my review of the movie, nobody can really capture the magic, the spiritual magi, Heru, Olmec Quetzalcoatl energy, Amaru energy of Tupac. So yes, the guy that played Tupac, he was cute. He had that certain something, kind of a sprinkle of Tupac, yes. And he did his best to give us a visual of Tupac. I think what they did, they tried to touch on the different stages of his life and his career with that rich Black Panther Party, a Black Panther tribe, that spiritual revolutionary, do stuff for the community, uplift us, build us, energy. He was raised in that from the womb, when his mother was, in jail, and, riding. She was a rider. She was a warrior goddess in the Black Panther Party. So she instilled those, that spiritual revolutionary, psychological, spiritual, mental, physical. She tried to instill that in him, and she had him around strong leaders early on to give him a visual. And then he had the visual of what a woman is. He saw his mother as a strong woman, a strong melanated woman, and then he met Jada, that was a strong melanated woman, and he said she was his heart in human form. Okay, she was what he envisioned a melanated woman should be, and she does. Oh, he had those images of women at the beginning, and then things happened. His mother got on crack, but she came back. She had a temporary setback time where she had to look at the reflection of herself in the black obsidian mirror and examine herself and get back right, get off of that which had killed and destroyed our people, the crack rock. So he had that to deal with. And then dealing with women trying to take advantage of him, like the girl that tried to put that rape charge on him, and he was not guilty. He was innocent concerning that. He did not do that. So he had that image of what a treacherous woman could do. And even though that woman was hurt, something happened to her, how they portrayed it in the movie, something happened to her, he didn't do it. So women, when we get hurt, it's easy to be bitter and scorned and lash out in an ugly way. But you gotta, deal with those thoughts, that anger that you have and that hurt, those emotions that you're dealing with. But then you have to have a moment where you gotta have a balance check point, where you gotta balance yourself out. Okay, somebody did me like this. Okay, how do I get justice? How do I avenge myself? What needs to happen? And what do I learn from this? What must I do different after this? But you do think about what you must do to avenge yourself. If anything, she should have dealt with those people that actually did that to her, instead of blaming him because he's the person, blah, blah, blah. So he got that visual of what a treacherous woman is like. And so when he says in the lyrics, apologies to my true sisters, far from bitches. And, it's all kind of words in the universe, and we may act like a certain way or do a certain thing, but it's like he had all of these images of women. And then towards the end, he got with Quincy Jones' daughter, and it was like she was trying to take him back to a balance point where, back to, the messages in the songs, the lyricism, that code of ethics, taking it to the next level. Basically, she was inspiring him to do these things that was already within him, what he already started, what he already was flowing in. She was just encouraging him. She was a catalyst. She was there to compliment him at that time where he was. In the movie, they portrayed like he was coming out of that. He was trying to build his own and really do stuff for, our community, our people, and really loudly do that lyrically on the mic in music, because that music is our medicine. When we hear, we take it in. We are being it's entering our ear gate, I lost my train of thought, but it's entering our ear gate, our spiritual ear. So she was trying to balance him out, how they portrayed it in the movie. And I like that. And that is a visual of what we can do, women, wombmen, goddesses, okay, empresses, caliphas. This is what we must do. We must help balance our men. It's a time for everything. Okay, it's a time of spiritual, mental, and physical preparation. Then execute the plan. Then, apply, walk it out, that kind of thing. Don't get sidetracked. We provide peaceful homes, loving, balanced energy and an environment, with our health, cooking the right things. I recommend an alkaline diet. I'm a pescatarian right now, so I've been that way for several years. But, my next goal is just to have that straight alkaline diet. Some things that are in my diet are alkaline, but just that's something that we can help with raising the nation as we birth the nation, raise the nation, and then help build our men up. Okay, encourage them. So we can do this spiritually, mentally, and physically. The physically is giving them that healthy diet at home. As we cook for them, as we then we're their counselor, their peace when they come home from struggling, being a revolutionary or a hustler or whatever they are, whatever y'all agree on. But y'all are trying to make it and provide for your family. So we can do this. We can be that peace, that comfort. You know, they need some love, affection, all of that. We are that. We are the nurturing. So we can nurture a balanced, a revolutionary G, or, you know, tearing and destroying them. No. The one that we should choose and walk in is being a supporter, a builder, okay? An encourager, peace, love, support, ride with them. That type of thing. That's what we can do. That's what we can focus on. Yes, we are raising our babies, producing them to be productive, walking in their divinity here on this earth realm, raising our babies, birthing them and raising them to be that divine here on earth, flowing, you know, having our businesses, our own businesses, our own communities and economy, self-defense, like I said, the diet, things of that nature. So these are just things that we can do our part to help. And the Tupac movie, I did want to touch on that. I did. I touched on the books that, you know, kind of flow in the Amaru energy, that medicine messenger energy, because Tupac was the messenger. He was the revolutionary of his time. He's the greatest of all time in the rap game to me. Period. Point blank. He's in the #1 spot. So let me go over my notes right quick before I close out. See if there's anything I missed out on that I want to touch on. Okay. We have all the songs. Okay, we had the code of ethics. Go over that code of ethics. Come up with your own, whatever you got to do to get your mind right so that we can continue to build each other. Men and women, we need to build each other up. Do not destroy or tear each other down. Okay? Tupac's message. What was his message to you? What are you doing to apply that message to your life to better yourself, your family, and our people, our MelaninRich nation? Okay, whether you RBG, attached to this, the Amarus, Pan-African, the Moors, the Nuwapians, the Hebrew Israelites, all of our groups, the Black Panther Party, you know, all of our groups and families that stand for the upliftment of our people. And remember, it must be spiritual, mental, and physical, like the Haitian Revolution. We have a divine partnership. So the man and the woman, we work together. So like in the Haitian Revolution, it started the spiritual, mental, because they had the ceremonies of their ancestors. They tapped into the spiritual realm. They got help from the Orishas, the Loas, the Santos, our ancestors, the ancient ones. They got wisdom from them, divine great spirit. They did ceremony. They received, you know, words of wisdom, encouragement, instructions. They received all of that during those ceremonies when they were doing the ancient Haitian voodoo, hoodoo, things of that nature. When they did that, and that's where the women come, because the ancestors did mount a woman, which was they tapped into her energy. Some would say possessed her and spoke through her. And gave instructions and words. And women, that's our part in it. The goddesses, that's our part, where we receive the instructions from Divine Great Spirit, being the portal of life, our ancestors and guides, and relaying the messages and doing what we can do to make sure what we spoke to them comes to pass. What we relayed the message from Divine Great Spirit and the ancestors and guides. We relayed that to our men. We relay that to them. And then we do what we can do to help execute it. Walk it out. Apply it. Do it. Okay? So, we must work together. We must be as one. We must be balanced. And a man and a woman. A man and a woman working together, that divine partnership, that balance, we can do it together. Revolutionary Baji, shout out to the Panther tribe, the tribes of all of our indigenous, aboriginal ancestors, the ancient ones. Shout out to them. Shout out to the great revolutionaries that came before us. Shout out to the hip-hop artists that have content and substance in their lyrics, in their music, to help build and uplift. And yeah, we want to have fun too sometime, release, and love songs. Yes, love songs. Okay, so let's get it together. Let's flow in that. Tupac left us a legacy. You rappers, you lyricists, you MCs, step your game up. Give us something of substance, with content that will help us spiritually, mentally, and physically with the struggle, the revolution, okay? All of that. So get your shit together. Women, let's be on our posts, doing what we gotta do. Wombman goddesses and the black gods, okay, the men, the fathers, get on your shit. Be by our side. We're by your side as you protect and go out on the front line, and we're, right beside you, supporting you spiritually, mentally, and physically, with our love life and our home environment, that safe haven, that place of peace for us, okay, to flow, okay, that divine partnerships. Let's get it together. So I love y'all. I want to say peace, namaste, ashe, ayo.